I'm going to do a demo now on painting the frame, and that's this frame here. So each of you have got a white frame, okay? The varnish frame we're not touching, we're touching the white frame. And we're going to give it a coat of undercoat, but it's not oil-based undercoat, it's water-based undercoat, okay? And you can tell it's water-based by just that word there, quick dry. And if you was unsure, you could have a look on the back and see what you wash it out in. Yeah? And that's a good indication. What would I wash it out in if it's water-based? Come on. Never shuts up once the camera's on, that's it. Water, of course. So remember, kettle handle away. Pick up the tub like that, the tin, should I say. Pour it out the back. Like that. A bit of a shake down. And then always remember to wipe that edge. And then replace that tin lid to avoid skinning over. Alright. So this is a sash brush. It's synthetic and it's really good for water-based paint. So I'm going to show you a demonstration on painting this frame here. Just come a bit closer, Jamie. And what you're trying to do here is you're trying to keep the grey clean and the panel clean. Okay, and that's why you've got a sash brush. If you're getting hairs like that, just take them out with new brushes so they do have hairs that fall out. Right. You don't have to pick up your kettle for this unless you're on the top one. And what you're going to do here, just pop my gogs on, is you're going to blare that brush out, you're going to push it down and let it flare out like that until it comes to the edge of the frame, like that. You're going to go as close to that corner as you can. Yes. Always keep your brush loaded up. If you don't, the bristles won't stay together and you won't get that straight edge. The paint won't flow out properly. So make sure you keep it loaded up and that'll keep the bristles together and the paint will just flow out. So this is just an undercoat, so don't worry too much if it doesn't cover, don't put too much on because you're going to give it 2 coats of undercoat and then 1 coat of gloss. Okay, so that's your edge. What you would do now, I'm going to come around this side, Jeremy, because I'm going to do this bit. What you would do now is you're going to cut into this blue. So you're going to do it exactly the same as that side, but this side's a little bit trickier because it's not as wide. So you're going to get your brush there, and you see I've just got that paint just going into that corner. Like that, and don't go any quicker than this. Yeah, it's not a race to do it. I'd rather you spend all day practicing getting it perfect, because speed comes later. Okay, it's always about getting the skills first before you get the speed. So you're just working down like this, and basically it's the same process all the way around the frame. I'm just doing this side bit and the bristle there. Make sure you take them out. Now I've cut in that side and that side. What I need to do now is the face. So just going from that top corner like the mitre. Okay. I'm just applying the paint in an up and down motion like this. And you can see that it's not covering totally, but that doesn't matter. There's another bristle. Take it out, because we're going to give it 2 coats, remember. Our 2 thin coats of undercoat are better than 1 thick coat. So that there, even though it's not covered, that there is right, okay? Because then you would go on to the next bit, the next bit, the next bit. This takes about 2 hours to dry. So if you were here all day, you could get 2 coats on that in a day, yeah? You won't want to get 3 coats in a day because it doesn't harden right below the surface. 2 coats is the most you will be putting on in a day. So then basically I'd go to that bit. This is a bit trickier because you're having to sort of look under like that. But it's the same process, and just take it slow. Don't worry about that underneath edge. I'm not worried about that. And then if you have a bit of skirting, give that a good dust off and clean. And then the same, cut in to that top edge, like this. Then do this inside moulded bit, so that's all the way along. And then do the bottom and cut in to the floor, like that. Okay, you can see where I'm going backwards and forwards with my brush, and that's so I don't miss any bits. I don't want to miss any. Yeah, it wants to be totally covered with undercoat, and it wants to be brushed out and nice and smooth. Don't want to leave in any thick brush marks in it, because you've done all that preparation. You don't then want to put brush marks in and spoil it. Is that alright? Great stuff. Thanks.